Business Law Partnership Part 2 Continuation. It is still under the management of partnership. If a debtor who has obligations due the partnership and the managing partner made insufficient payment to the managing partner, the following rules shall be observed. If the managing partner issued a receipt in the name of partnership, such payment shall be applied to the partnership credit. If a managing partner issued a receipt applying such payment to his personal account, it shall be divided proportionately between the managing partner and the partnership. For example, D has obligations to the partnership and to the managing partner in the amount of 60,000 and 40,000 respectively. Both debts are already due, and D paid 40,000 to the managing partner who issued a receipt applying the payment to his personal account. The said payment shall be divided proportionately between the partnership and the managing partner. Hence, 24,000 should be applied to the partnership credit and 16,000 should be the share of managing partner. If the managing partner is the above example, apply the payment of D to his obligation to the partnership. The full amount of 40,000 shall be applied to the partnership credit. The foregoing rule shall not apply if the obligation of the debtor to the managing partner is more onerous and he made application of payment in the favor of the managing partner. In the same example given, if the obligation of D to the managing partner has penalty clause and he requested that his payment be applied to the obligation to the managing partner, then the full amount shall be applied to D's obligation to the managing partner. If a partner was able to collect his share from debtor of the partnership and said debtor subsequently became insolvent, said partner must bring what he has collected to the partnership. Rights of a partner. The property rights of a partner are his right in specific partnership property. A partner is co-owner with his partners of specific partnership property and has the right to possess and use the same for partnership purposes only. Without the consent of his partner, he cannot possess or use the same for any other purpose. Alone by himself, he cannot assign this right, and it is not also subject to attachment or execution, except on a claim against the partnership. This right of a partner is not subject to legal support. His interest in partnership. The partner's interest in partnership refers to his share in partnership profits or surplus. This right may be assigned or conveyed partially or totally to another, but assignee or transferee does not become a partner in the absence of any agreement to that effect. His right to participate in management. Please see the discussion on the management of a partnership. Aside from foregoing rights, the partners have the right to be reimbursed of the advances made by him for partnership business, to have access and to inspect partnership books and records, to demand true and full information affecting the partnership, to demand formal accounting, and to dissolve the partnership. The obligations of the partners are classified into obligations among themselves and obligations to third persons. Obligations among themselves. The following are partners' obligations among themselves: to give their contributions to the partnership. Partnership is a contract which begins with the moment it has been perfected, unless it is stipulated that it shall begin at a specified future time. As such, partners should faithfully comply with their obligations under the said contract. The law considers every partner as a debtor of the partnership for which he may have promised to contribute thereto. If he undertakes to contribute money but he failed to do so, he shall also be liable for interest and damages from time he should have complied with his obligation. This rule also applies to any amount which he may have taken from the partnership, which he converted into his own use, and his ability for interest and damages shall begin from the time he spent it for his own benefit. If specific things have been contributed by him in partnership, he shall be liable for damages to the partnership in case of eviction in the same manner that the vendor is liable to the vendee. He shall also be liable for the fruits of the specific thing he had promised to contribute from the time they should have been delivered. A partner is already considered in delay from the time he failed to give his promised contribution on the date agreed upon, because in the contract of partnership no demand is necessary for the partner to incur in delay. If the contribution of a partner consists of goods, their value shall be appraised in the manner prescribed in a contract. In an absence of stipulation, it should be appraised at current prices by experts chosen by the partners. To contribute additional share to the capital to save the partnership from imminent loss of the business. Any partner except industrial partner who will refuse to perform this obligation shall be obliged to sell his interest to other partners. His refusal to contribute additional contribution is considered lack of interest in the partnership. to render on demand true and full information of all things affecting the partnership. This obligation arises from the partner's duty to be truthful and trustworthy to his co-partners, as their contract of partnership involves trust and confidence. A partner may be required to render such information by these partners or the legal representative of deceased partner or partner under disability. To be responsible to the partnership for damages suffered by it through his fault. The obligation of the partner in this case cannot be compensated with the profits and benefits he may have earned for the partnership by his industry, but the court may lessen his responsibility if through his extraordinary efforts in other activities of the partnership unusual profits have been realized. Every partner must account to the partnership for any benefit and hold as trustee for any profits derived by him without the consent of other partners from any transactions connected with the formation, conduct of liquidation of the partnership, or for any use by him of its property. The capitalist partner should not engage in business which is similar to the partnership business unless there is stipulation to the contrary. Any capitalist partner who will violate this prohibition shall bring to the common fund any profits derived by him from such business, but in case of loss, he shall personally bear all the losses from his business. An industrial partner without the express consent of partnership shall not engage in any business for himself. An industrial partner is supposed to devote his time and effort to the partnership as his contribution in his industry and personal services. An industrial partner whom will disregard this prohibition may either be excluded from the partnership or he may be required to bring the partnership the benefits derived by him from his business, with damages in either case. A partner shall be obliged to bring to the partnership his share of partnership credit received from debtor who subsequently became insolvent if the other partners have not collected their shares. Obligation to third persons. The following are the obligation of the partners in partnership to third persons. All partners, including industrial ones, shall be liable pro rata with all their separate properties for all contractual obligations of the partnership after all the partnership assets have been exhausted. The term pro rata is used in case means equally. An admission of representation made by a partner concerning partnership affairs is evidence against the partnership. Notice of a partner and knowledge of a partner relating to partnership affairs operate as notice to or knowledge of the partnership. The partners and the partnership are solidarily liable for damages caused to any person by a partner's wrongful act or omission while acting in ordinary course of partnership business or with authority of his co-partners. The partners in partnership are solidarily liable for value of money or property entrusted to a partner or the partnership which has been misapplied by a partner. The partnership is bound by act of the partner in carrying on in usual way with the partnership business. A newly admitted partner is liable for all obligations of the partnership incurred before his admission to be satisfied out of his contribution. Non-member of the partnership whose name is included in the firm name shall be subject to the liability of a partner. Dissolution of general partnership. Dissolution of a partnership is a change in relation of the partners caused by any partner ceasing to be associated and carrying on of the business. It is a point in time where partners cease to carry on business together. On dissolution, the partnership is not terminated but continues until the winding up of partnership affairs. Winding up or liquidation is the process of settling all unfinished partners' business, the payment of all outstanding partnership liabilities, and distribution of any remaining partnership assets among the partners. Termination is the point in time where all the partnership affairs have been wound up or liquidated and any remaining partnership assets have been properly distributed among the partners. Causes of dissolution. The dissolution of partnership may be in violation of the agreement or without violation of agreement between the partners. It may be voluntary or involuntary. The causes of dissolution of a general partnership are: number 1, in violation of the agreement. By the express will of any partner, although partnership is with a fixed term, any partner may ask for its dissolution anytime, for he has the right to disassociate with the firm if he is no longer interested in the partnership. He may, however, be held liable for damages without violation to the agreement. By the termination of the partnership term or particular undertaking specified in their contract, by the express will of any partner acting in good faith when no definite term or particular undertaking is specified, by the express will of all the partners who have not assigned their interests or suffered them to be charged to their separate debts, either before or after the termination of any specified term or particular undertaking, and by expulsion of any partner pursuant to power conferred by the agreement between the partners. Second, when the partnership business becomes unlawful. That was third. Fourth, when a specific thing promised to be contributed to the partnership perishes before delivery, or when only the use and enjoyment of the thing has been contributed and same was lost after its delivery to the partnership, by the death of any partner, by the insolvency of any partner or of the partnership, by civil interdiction of any partner, or by decree of court. Note, numbers 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 are causes of the involuntary dissolution of the partnership. Distribution of assets after dissolution. The liabilities of a general partnership shall rank in order of payment as follows. Those owing to creditors other than the partners, that was the first. Those owing to partners other than for capital and profits. Those owing to partners in respect of capital. Those owing to partners in respect of profits. Golden River example. Golden River is composed of capitalist partners A, B, and C, industrial partner D. A, B, and C contributed 75,000, 75,000, 70,000 respectively to the common fund. They agree that their shares in the profit shall be equal. On dissolution, the total assets of partnership amount to 1,136,000. The partnership creditors X, Y, and Z have claim against the partnership of 718,000, and B has a claim for reimbursement for advances made by him in the amount of 38,000. The assets of the partnership shall be distributed in the following order: 718 for creditors X, Y, Z, 38,000 for partner B, 220,000 for A, B, and C's capital, and 160 as a partner share in the profits, and to be distributed equally to A, B, C, and D, or 40,000 each. In case the assets of partnership in the above example amount to 936,000, D, the industrial partner, shall receive nothing because the partnership has no profit. Limited partnership. A limited partnership is only formed by two or more persons having as members one or more general partners and one or more limited partners. Requisites in the formation of limited partnership: a certificate signed and sworn by the partners, and the registration of the Certificate of Securities and Exchange Commission. A partnership formed by the parties will be considered a general partnership if the foregoing requisites have not been complied with. Distinction between general and limited partnership. General partnership may be oral or written, unless immovable are contributed. Limited partnership always in public instrument. General partnership may not be registered with SEC. Limited partnership must be registered with SEC. General partnership composed of two or more general partners. Limited partnership composed of one or more general partners and one or more limited partners. General partnership, the surname of the general partners may be used in the firm name. Limited partnership, the surname of a limited partner cannot be used in a firm name. Distinction between general partner and limited partner. General partner, his separate property is liable for partnership liabilities. Limited partner, his liability is limited to the contribution. General partner, he can participate in the management of the business. Limited partner, he cannot participate in the management of the business. General partner, his contribution may be money, property, or industry. Limited partner, his contribution is limited to money or property. General partner, his surname can be used in a firm name. Limited partner, his surname cannot be used in a firm name.